Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Got a bit of news to talk about in this video. A new service that builds gaming PCs based on the games you want to play by a very well-known hardware maker. And PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds continues to shatter records. More on that in a little bit. First, let's talk about this new service. It's for pre-built computers, which I know for my channel is not the biggest thing in the world. I know a lot of you guys aren't in the market for your pre-built computers, but it's something I like to talk about every now and again because I do get messages from time to time on Twitter as well as in my comment section on people talking about pre-built computers. There is definitely a market for them. So I like to talk about pre-built computers every now and again, and this news is very interesting. BLD is a new service from computer hardware maker NZXT, and the goal is to simplify the process of buying a new gaming PC. There's a couple of steps you go through. You select what games you want to play, what kind of budget you have, and then this service BLD will just spit out a computer for you, and then you can make customizations if you want. But it's a pretty cool service, but I do believe it's a little short-sighted, but I think the idea on paper is very good, at least marketing-wise. I think NZXT caught on to something that I've also caught on, is that when somebody asks you, I want to build X computer, that statement is always accompanied by, I want to build a computer that can run X, Y, and Z game. You always see that. Mush, I want to build this PC for this amount of money, but most of all, I want to be able to run X, Y, and Z game, whatever it may be, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, I want to run that game at 60 FPS at 1080p. That, without a doubt, you see that all the time. I can't mention how many times. Another big game that I see all the time is Grand Theft Auto 5, and they have all these games for you to pick from: World of Warcraft, Star Wars Battlefront, Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, Witcher 3, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Overwatch. There's a lot more games. So you pick the games you want to play, and then they ask you for your budget, whether it be $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. Kotaku's got a great article on it, so I'll leave that down below in the description box as well. That's where I'm getting all this from. And then they spit out the PC. The case is an NZXT case. I wonder why. But that's not a major deal. NZXT makes awesome cases, so you're getting your money's worth getting an NZXT case. They give you the CPU, GPU, all that kind of stuff, but again, the pricing is kind of eh. An example on Kotaku shows an NZXT S340, Intel Core i3-7100, and then an MSI GeForce GTX 1050 Ti, 8GB of RAM, and a Crucial MX300 270GB SSD for $974. Yeah, that's a little pricey. I know GPU prices are really high right now. So, okay, I just decided to do it myself. I picked Witcher 3 and Battlefield 1 as the games that I wanted to play, and then it spat out this PC for me. The case is an NZXT S340, the CPU is an Intel Core i5-7500, and the GPU is an MSI GeForce GTX 1050 Ti, 8GB of Ripjaws RAM, and a Seagate Barracuda 1TB hard drive, $974. The higher price model is a 1050 Ti as well, and yeah, that just seems like an absolutely ridiculous price. Like, on paper, this idea is actually pretty good. I think a lot of people would be all over this idea, and it would just simplify buying a PC for a lot of people, and I think a lot of people would be interested in something like this. Obviously, for my audience, for a lot of you guys are probably thinking, like, why are you talking about this? But I know there is a market out there for pre-built computers, and I think if they can get the pricing right, this would be a solid option. But just thinking about it, how much would this PC be to build it? I'm pretty sure a lot cheaper. I just made a custom configuration the other day with a Ryzen 3 and a 1050 Ti. Obviously, a Ryzen 3 is far lower end than an i5-7500, but I believe that came out to less than $500. That was with the 1050 Ti as well. So yeah, you're getting pretty destroyed in terms of pricing. That's always the case with a lot of pre-built computers. Sometimes you can find good deals on pre-built computers, but here I think on paper, really good idea, but the execution needs a lot of work in terms of that pricing. I don't think anybody is buying a $1,000 PC with a 1050 Ti in it. The other thing I want to talk about is PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, which has been the top-selling game on Steam pretty much every day now for a pretty long time. It's a $30 title, and again, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is one of those games when people say, Mush, I want to build a PC that can run PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, which that really isn't the best game to accompany with because the game still has some performance issues, but nonetheless, and it has reached 7 million copies sold. And also, it passed 600,000 concurrent players at once. That is absolutely insane. Earlier this month, it just reached 500,000, so for it to this quickly reach 600,000, the exact number is 620,612. That is very impressive, and this game has just made enormous amounts of money for Steam, for the developers. Just absolutely insane. The game is also headed to Xbox One and the One X, and then potentially the PlayStation 4 later on. But this is a game that's kind of hard to run on PC PC, I would want to see how it would run on consoles, especially the PS4. The Xbox One X obviously has some additional horsepower, but the PS4 still, you know, that's not a very powerful console. But we'll see. I'm sure they can get the game running on that, but this game has just made an insane amount of money. In terms of peak concurrent players, it's still behind Dota 2, which is a free-to-play game and probably will never catch that, but buy-to-play and free-to-play, two very distinct worlds. And the fact that a $30 game sold 7 million copies, that's $210 million of revenue. Obviously, it's not that easy. The developers didn't make $210 million, but they made a lot of freaking money. Steam has made a lot of freaking money, and they will continue to make a lot of freaking money. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of NZXT's BLD. Definitely has a lot of work to be done, and let me know what you think about PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Have you played it? Have you been one of the 7 million? Were you playing it recently and helped pass that 600,000 player threshold? Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.